Wolves linked with another Argentinian player. This time, it's Thiago Ariel Silvero, better known as Thiago Silvero, from Atlético Vélez Sarsfield over in Argentina in the top league over there. And there's been reports, the first report that come out about it was that Wolves offered £4 million and a 30% sell-on clause to Atlético Vélez, and they rejected the offer. But it is reported that his release clause is €8 million, which is about £6.7 million, and Wolves are strongly considering going back in for him because there is interest from Real Madrid. 3 months ago, it was reported that Real Madrid offered €500,000 to take him on loan. That would have been the loan fee, and then with an option to buy him for €7 million. The plan from their representative Santiago Solari was to put him in the Real Madrid Castelo, which is basically their reserve team, to continue his development, which is interesting. If Real Madrid are interested, that is huge, and this will probably accelerate Wolves offering that release clause to try and get him to join us and not Real Madrid. And apparently there's loose links with Burnley as well. Burnley are another team that are interested in him. Now, he did sign a contract with Vélez until December 2026 when he signed his pro deal in July 2024. And it's interesting how, because he's actually only made 7 appearances for them in the top division, and he's an Argentine under-20s player, but I'm not sure he's made an appearance for the Argentina under-20s yet. But how do the players like this get spotted, which gets me? Because obviously Real Madrid are interested, we are, Burnley. It must be mad being a scout and finding someone like this, because he's not been starting consistently for Vélez over there, but he's already got all this noise at just 19 years of age already. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, just over a year and a half left on his deal, and I'm sure from his point of view, Real Madrid being interested must be so flattering. But maybe it'd be better for him to join the Wolves, because he probably looks at someone like this. Actually does remind me of like a Mosquera signing. We got Mosquera in 2021, the summer, from the Colombian leagues, and if it weren't for injuries with Mosquera, he would have been in the Wolves first team much sooner. But as we know, on his debut, he got injured against Spurs in the League Cup, which put him back a bit. And then he had a couple of loan moves, one over in USA, and he went to Villarreal and he did really well. And then at the beginning of this season, we tried to integrate him in, and he was a starter. He was our main man. The club had a lot of faith in him, and this is what we got him for. He was only $4.5 million, Mosquera, so a little bit cheaper than would we be getting Thiago Silvero for. But it's a very similar signing for me. Someone who's like, 19, just about to turn 20, and then you try and build them in the next few years to get into that first team and be competing. And Mosquera had a horrendous injury, didn't he, at Villa away, which is the only reason why he hasn't played much first team football for us, because of unfortunate injuries. But next season, you'd think he'd be one of the starters, or at least competing to be a starter for Vitor Pereira. So Thiago Silvero will see something like that, and I'm sure he'll be like, yep, that'll be one for me. Go there, maybe go out on loan. Look, obviously I don't know much about him at all, but the only thing we've got to go off is that Real Madrid are interested, and we want to swoop in and get him off Real Madrid. And looks decent, 188 centimetres, I think his height is. And let's just hope, Argentina, like, they're tough lads, aren't they? So I'm sure he'll have a bit of steel to him. I mean, look, there's like the likes of Santiago Bueno, a Uruguayan defender, probably be on his way out the door. Just don't know what's going to go on with the defenders, do we? But I'm sure Santi Bueno will want to move on. There's Moipu, isn't there, on the other side, the French lad, but it don't seem to have progressed that much with him. So interesting. As we know, if we did get him for 6.7 million, for example, it would be a progressive move into the team. He wouldn't just get straight in and be a starter, or probably be on the bench as the immediate backup. Especially we've got Giga there as well, who's recently come in. So it'd be interesting. But I think this is definitely gonna, well, I wouldn't say definitely gonna happen, but it's very likely. Like I said about the Jacqueline Panicelli one, another Argentinian player, the striker. It's just one of those players that fits the mould as a Fosun target and a Fosun signing. So I just thought I'd do a video on it. Watch your space on this one. I think the next thing we'll be hearing when the season's over that we've probably offered that release clause, and it'd be whether the player wants to come to us or not. But please like the video, please comment your thoughts down below, and please subscribe to the channel. As you know, I'm after 10,000 subscribers and it really helps out the channel, and I can't wait to hit that target. Cheers everyone.